Hey there, Brett here, your Myrtle Beach area real estate expert. And today I want to hop on here and just chat with you about a mistake that I see that you'll definitely want to avoid when you're shopping for your next home, your next Myrtle Beach area home. I see this often when I've got clients coming in. The vast majority of the folks that we help are from out of state, so they don't know the area real well, and they are relying on who they hope is a local expert, a market expert. FYI, we've been in the area for almost 50 years now, so definitely got lots of experience. We're not someone who's just moved here, so we've got a lot of local area real estate market experience and just Myrtle Beach area and Horry County experience. So, but your real estate agent, whoever you're working with, they're going to do a lot of important things for you, helping you identify maybe the right type of neighborhood, the right style of neighborhood with the right types of amenities. Maybe it's the school district that you're looking for. They're going to help you do some important things as you're kind of working along the process. But one of the big mistakes that you'll want to avoid is not having them pull comparable sales before you make your offer. And here is what I saw, over the last couple of weeks when I was out with some clients. They kind of gave me the price range, what they were looking for. We found an ideal property in the right area, great area for them. It happened to be $100,000 below their price range. So, okay, you've got a great house in a great area, and it's well below price point. A lot of times they'll see folks that will get kind of emotionally attached to that house, and they'll want that house, and kind of regardless of what the asking price is, they'll want to make an offer maybe at ask or close to full ask. Well, we've got to hit the pause button. We've got to slow down a little bit and just make sure we analyze things and look at what comparable properties have sold for. So to give you an idea, in that specific market, properties were selling at over 98% of ask. We pulled the comparable sales of that type of property over the last 6 months or so. And, I went back to them and I said, listen, I know you love this house, but I feel like it's way overpriced. And, I showed them the comps, and the neighborhood was a little bit difficult to comp out because, the house that we were looking at was built 5 to 8 years prior to many of the other houses that were in the neighborhood that had sold. So when you look at the Zestimate, which a lot of people like to do to try and make sure they're not overpaying, the Zestimate was about $50,000 more than what I felt like the house was worth based on the comps. So I sat down with my clients, we reviewed all the comps, looked at the age of the HVAC compared to the cells, the age of the roof compared to the cells, the interior updates compared to the cells. And, I went back to my clients and said, listen, I just feel like we've got to come in way below ask price to get you where you want to be. So that was our strategy. And with the offer that we presented, I made sure to present all of our comps and all of our reasoning, because I didn't want the seller to be, offended by their price point, and after all is said and done, we were able to get the house under contract at 10% below their asking price. So a great price for my buyers and a market price that I believed the sellers and their agent were able to realize and understand and accept. So please, 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 I know you are, excited to get here, get your second home or to relocate to the area. And when you find you or your agent, when you're working together and you find the right one, please make sure we don't get caught up too much in the emotions of it. Hit the pause button, take a moment, make sure your agent pulls comps for you, sends you those comps, talk about, those comps with your agent compared to the house that's for sale. Make sure that you're working through that process before you make your offer. And if you are going to happen to be making an offer that's well below list price, make sure your agent is submitting, those comparable sales and reasoning as to why you're coming in well below ask. That way your offer has a better chance at being received more favorably. So, okay, I hope you liked this information. If you did, please click the like button. If you'd like to learn more about Myrtle Beach area real estate and or real estate in general, tips and advice, please subscribe. If you are interested in Myrtle Beach area real estate, we've got the absolute easiest way for you to shop our real estate in the link below. Click that link. If you want to keep up with your home value, you can do that as well. There's a link for that. If you want to chat about maybe buying in the next 3 to 6 months, just shoot me a message. My email is there, and my telephone number is there as well, and we'll be talking to you soon.